Right friends, welcome back to question and answer session. This is question and answer general for week number 27 from 29th June to 5th of July. And let us look at the first question. Incredible India campaign pertains to, this is tourism. The answer here is tourism, and this is international marketing campaign to promote India in tourism perspective, and it was launched in the year 2002. So please don't forget, Incredible India campaign pertains to tourism. Look at the next question. Name the country which announced to pull its sovereign funds from coal and oil stocks, marking a shift towards clean energy. Now everybody is talking about the clean energy, that is solar, wind energies, as well as people are talking about releasing green bonds. There is a marked shift from coal based energy to the renewable energy, and the world is now looking at solar energy as well as the wind energy, and in tune with the world's perspective, sovereign wealth funds. What is meant by sovereign wealth funds? Some countries have trade surplus as well as fiscal surplus, and those surplus funds are invested in various industries, or they are diversified into various industries. Sovereign wealth funds are the funds managed by the sovereign countries. If you want one example, that is United Arab Emirates as well as Norway. These countries have trade surplus or fiscal surplus, and those surplus monies will be invested across various sectors, and now Norway took a decision to pull out their investments in coal sector, coal as well as oil sector, because they want to invest towards green energy. With that in intention, Norway announced to pull out their sovereign wealth money from oil as well as coal stocks. Right friends, look into the next question. Chief Public Prosecutor Hisham Barakat has been killed in a bomb attack. Name the country. The country here is Egypt. All of you are well aware, in recent times several functionaries belonging to Muslim Brotherhood were sentenced to death, including Mohammed Morsi, the former president of the country, and the chief public prosecutor Hisham Barakat was killed in a bomb attack. This assumed significance in view of the fact several Muslim Brotherhood functionaries are sentenced to death in recent times. Look at the next one. Global Apollo program was the initiative of scientists and engineers from, answer here is United Kingdom. You may ask a question, what is Global Apollo program? Global Apollo program is launched by thousands of scientists and engineers, basically from United Kingdom, and with a call to contribute 0.02% of GDP by the developed countries. Please remember, with a call to contribute 0.02% of GDP by the developed countries, with a view to pull up $150 billion by 2025. With a view to pull up $150 billion by 2025, and the main goal is the cost of production of renewable energy should be lesser than the energy produced by the conventional sources like coal. Basically, with the aim to reduce the cost of production of renewable energy, this $150 billion of fund is proposed to be pooled with the generous contributions from developed countries at 0.02% of GDP, and which is expected to pull up $150 billion by the end of 2025. Let us see how the developed countries will cooperate and coordinate this attempt of this Global Apollo program launched by scientists and engineers with the initiative from United Kingdom. Look into the next one. Name the country where capital controls were imposed in view of the debt crisis. All of you are well aware, $1.73 billion debt default occurred during the last week of June, as Greece could not pay their installment of debt to International Monetary Fund. The bailout package talks failed. Subsequently, Greece went to referendum on 5th July and around 61% of the population favored Greece not to accept the terms and conditions of bailout package. That means they said decisive no for austerity measures. Under these circumstances, as the stalemate continues, Greece government imposed capital controls such as you cannot withdraw more than 60 euros and several banks were closed and the stalemate is continuing in Greece. Look into the next one. Name the city where metro services were flagged off on 29th June. After Jaipur, it is the turn of Chennai now. In Chennai, metro services were launched recently. The line from Coimbatore to Alandur was inaugurated in Chennai. Please don't forget, after Jaipur, it is Chennai. Look into the next one. Name the city in Pakistan which is the worst affected due to heat wave. More than 1,000 deaths occurred. Karachi is the capital of Sindh province in Pakistan, the largest city in Pakistan, and more than 1,000 people lost their lives due to the severe heat wave conditions in Pakistan, especially Karachi. Look into the next one. Tapi pipeline. What is Tapi pipeline? Tapi pipeline is Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. The pipeline is supposed to carry a gas of 90 MMSCMD. You may ask, what is MMSCMD? MMSCMD is million metric standard cubic meters per day. That is the unit of measuring gas. Million metric standard cubic meters per day, and this proposed Tapi pipeline, Tapi means Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. Please look into this picture, and once this pipeline is completed, then 90 MMSCMD gas will be transported from Turkmenistan to India, because Turkmenistan is rich in gas reserves, and out of this 90 MMSCMD, India and Pakistan will get 38 each. India and Pakistan will get 38 each, whereas Afghanistan will get 14 MMSCMD as per the agreement, but the project has not seen much progress and it is expected to be completed in 5 years of time. Let us see, because of the geopolitical differences between India and Pakistan, how far this project will go on. Let us wait and watch. It is expected to be completed in 5 years and it involves investment of around $10 billion. Right friends, look into the next one. Give It Up campaign is for giving up LPG subsidy. Please don't forget, give it up, because as per the present norms, each and every citizen is entitled for LPG subsidy. Whether you are a billionaire, whether you are a poor person staying in a hut, all of us are eligible for LPG subsidy. Under these circumstances, Government of India launched a campaign to give it up. Whoever are affordable, it is a call to give up subsidy, and so far 2 lakh persons in the country responded for giving up LPG subsidy, and let us hope many more people to cooperate with this effort of Government of India. Please don't forget, Give It Up campaign is for giving up LPG subsidy. Look into the next one. Farc rebels are active in Colombia. These Farc rebels, with the ideology of Marxism, they started their anti-government operations from the year 1964. You may ask, where is Colombia? Colombia is in South America, northern part of South America, and capital is Bogota, currency is peso, and Farc rebels are active in this country since 1964. Recently, they announced a ceasefire. Right friends, look into the next one. After being declared Ebola free on May 9th by WHO, a new case surfaced once again in Liberia. Liberia, all of you are well aware, the worst affected. Maximum number of deaths occurred in Liberia last year because of Ebola. Overall, more than 11,000 people lost their lives across the world, and 3 countries, Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone, are worst affected. out of which Liberia accounted for maximum deaths in the world, and subsequently for 42 days there was no case detected. For 42 days from March onwards up to 9th May, for 42 days there was no new case. From March 28th to May 9th, for 42 days there was no new case in Liberia, and the incubation period of this Ebola virus is 21 days. As no new case was surfaced for 42 days, this country, Liberia, was declared Ebola free by World Health Organization on 9th May, but a new case surfaced recently. That is the main cause of worry for World Health Organization. So the answer here is Liberia. Look into the next question. Name the High Court which granted bail to the rape accused to mediate with the victim. This is Madras High Court. Recently, the Madras High Court granted bail to the rape accused to facilitate mediation with the victim. And in similar case, the Supreme Court passed stringent observations that mediation by the accused persons should not be allowed under any circumstances, because there is every possibility that they may not take care of the girl who is the victim throughout lifetime, and they may mediate as a temporary measure with the girl. And Supreme Court gave stringent observations in rape cases. No lenience should be shown against the accused, even though they come forward to mediate with the girl affected. Right friends, look into the next one. 21 deaths occurred in Mirik, and overall at least 38 people lost their lives due to landslides. Name the state. The region of Darjeeling, Kurseong, Kalimpong, these regions are worst affected, and the state we are talking about is West Bengal. Please don't forget. Name the country which defaulted $1.73 billion of IMF loan on 30th June 2015. On 30th June 2015, Greece was supposed to pay IMF their installment of $1.73 billion, but because of the failure of the bailout package, Greece defaulted. Right? Look into the next one. Name the country which stated that it will reduce emissions per unit of GDP by 60 to 65% from 2005 levels by 2030. In comparison to the greenhouse gas emissions of 2005, they will reduce 60 to 65% by 2030. That means greenhouse emissions per GDP will be reduced by 60 to 65% in comparison to 2005 levels by the year 2030. The commitment was given by China. Answer here is China. Look into the next one. Name the company whose CEO Rahul Yadav was sacked by the company's board. The upcoming company Housing.com is into problems. The company Housing.com was founded by graduates from IIT Bombay, and subsequently it ran into trouble because of somewhat erratic behavior of Rahul Yadav, and recently its CEO Rahul Yadav was sacked by the company's board, and the new upcoming company, it appears to be in trouble. Look into the next one. Dean of a medical college and a journalist in connection with a scam were found dead within a span of 24 hours. Name the state that we are talking about. The answer here is Madhya Pradesh. The scam or the alleged scam here is Vyapam scam. In Vyapam scam, several mysterious deaths occurred, and finally the state chief minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan bowed into the pressure from various quarters, and finally he decided to hand over the case to CBI. Right friends, look into the next one. Name the country where a passenger ship was capsized off the coast of Leyte, resulting in death of at least 36 people. Please look into this picture. That ship is capsizing. Capsizing of ship. Another name is keeling over. The ship capsized and several people lost their lives. This is near Leyte in Philippines. Look into the next one. BP is the British Petroleum, has reached a settlement for $18.7 billion with the US Department of Justice for the 2010 Gulf of Mexico oil spill. It is Gulf of Mexico oil spill or Deepwater Horizon oil spill. This is the largest oil spills in the marine history. The organization here is British Petroleum. It caused a lot of environmental damage in the year 2010. Please look into this picture. This occurred in Gulf of Mexico. Please look into this picture, and lot of environmental damage took place, and ultimately British Petroleum reached a settlement to pay $18.7 billion spread over a period of time. Finally, British Petroleum agreed to pay $18.7 billion with the US Department of Justice for this oil spill, and this is the largest oil spill in the history, marine history, right? BP is British Petroleum, based in London in United Kingdom. Right friends, look into the next one. Name the country where it's the billionaire Prince Alwaleed bin Talal stated that he will donate his $32 billion personal fortune to charity. The Prince of Saudi Arabia, Alwaleed bin Talal, he stated that he will donate $32 billion of his personal fortune to charity. He is at 34th position in the list of billionaires in the world, and he will spend this amount for charity purposes. Please don't forget, he is the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Look into the next one. G.D. Birla Award for Scientific Research. What is G.D. Birla? Ghanshyam Das Birla. This award was instituted in the name of Ghanshyam Das Birla. This was instituted in the year 1991. Basically for scientific research. It is given for the scientists, whoever are doing research within the country and whose age is less than 50 years, they will be given this award. This award is G.D. Birla Award for Scientific Research, given every year, and it was established in 1991. For this year, IIScr scientist Professor Sanjeev Galande got the award. IIScr scientist Professor Sanjeev Galande got the award, and his age is less than 50 years. The answer here is, to become eligible to get this award, the age should be less than 50 years. And please don't forget, this award was instituted by KK Birla Foundation, and the same foundation is giving Saraswati Samman Award as well as Vyas Samman Award also. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. Union government gave its nod for setting up of a NAM. It is still in the initial stage. What is NAM? NAM is the National Agriculture Market. There will be online auctions in future. Single stage entry point will be there. And with online auctions, agricultural produce will be marketed, touted to be the revolutionary step in the marketing of agriculture. This National Agriculture Market will be set up as decided by the Union government. Please don't forget, NAM stands for National Agriculture Market, and the details of its establishment are yet to be made known. Right? Look into the next one. Name the state government which stated that madrasa schools and Vedic schools that do not teach English, maths and science will be de-recognized. If madrasa schools established by Muslim minorities, Vedic schools, if these schools do not teach modern subjects like English, maths and science, those schools will be de-recognized, and subsequently it created a lot of furore across the country, and the answer here is Maharashtra. Look into the next one. As per the World Bank report, the World Bank released recently a report of GDP figures for the year 2014. As per those figures, India became $2 trillion economy. India's economy now stands at $2.06 trillion. And India's position now is 9th in the world. US is leading with around $17 trillion. I am talking about GDP. US is leading with the $17 trillion economy. $17 trillion economy. China is followed with the $10 trillion. And India is at 9th position with $2 trillion, to be exact, $2.06 trillion economy. Look into the next one. Number of countries in SCO. SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and there are 6 countries in this Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and it is political, economic and mutual security bloc. 6 countries are there. China, Russia are the prominent countries. In addition to China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, these are 6 nations. China and Russia as well as the 4 Central Asian nations, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. So these 6 nations constitute SCO, and India is having observer status here along with Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran and Mongolia. There are 5 observer nations. India is one among the observer nations. The other 4 observer nations are Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran and Mongolia. Please look into this picture. Look into the next one. Who says? World Health Organization says 37% of men and 38% of women are obese. A person is considered as obese when body mass index is more than or equal to, the answer here is 30. If body mass index is more than or equal to 30, he will be classified as obese person. Obese means having more weight in comparison to his height. So how this overweight or obese is calculated? The index worldwide accepted is body mass index. What is body mass index? Body mass index is equals to person's weight divided by person's height in meters square. Person's weight will come in the numerator, person's height is to be squared, and that will come in the denominator. Let us take one example. If a person has 5 feet height, 5 feet is roughly 1.5 meters. Let us assume that his weight is 67.5 kg. His weight is 67.5 kg, height is 1.5 meters or roughly 5 feet. Let us calculate BMI. BMI is weight 67.5 in the numerator, in the denominator height square. Height is 1.5 meters, 1.5 square is 2.25. So 67.5 divided by 2.25 makes 30. So please don't forget, weight divided by height in meters square gives body mass index. If body mass index is 30 or more, he is obese. If body mass index is equal to or more than 25 but less than 30, he will be overweight. And between 18.5 to less than 25, he is normal weight. So BMI between 18.5 to 25, normal weight, equal to or more than 25, less than 30, overweight, equal to or greater than 30 is obese. As per the WHO calculation, 37% of men and 38% of women are obese in the world. Right friends, look into the next one. San Fermin festival is being held in Spain. It is famous for bull run. Please look into this picture. 6 bulls will have run and subsequently these bulls will be killed. Please look into this picture. And this festival is held in Spain. Look into the next question. Name the captain of Indian cricket team visiting Zimbabwe. He is Ajinkya Rahane. He is the captain of Indian cricket team visiting Zimbabwe, and India is going to play 3 one-day internationals and 2 T20 matches in Zimbabwe. Right friends, look into the next question. Ideal is going to be published after more than 50 years. It is written by famous author Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand is Russian born, American settled, and her famous books include The Fountainhead as well as Atlas Shrugged. Please look into this picture, and the book written long ago is being published now after more than 50 years, and the name of the book is Ideal and the author is Ayn Rand. Look into the last question of this. Name the country where Indians are the biggest overseas population at 7.6 lakh. As per the statistics released by United Kingdom, Indian population in United Kingdom is the largest at 7.6 lakh, followed by Poland and Pakistan. And with this, let us conclude this question and answer general. Please do join for question and answer banking. Have a nice day. Thank you.